Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Kerbal Space Program. So, let's check out our quests. Basically, we need to try to do this one, and then just the swivel, the poodle last. The swivel well landed, the decoupler TRV, and the TT70 well landed, and then try and get this one, which is the actual next progression of contracts. So how I'm thinking we're going to try and do this is have two satellite things like the last time, except for a little bit more squished together. So let's see. Let's see. Let's the auto-saved one before. Start off from that. No, don't get rid of that. So on the landed side we want test the poodle, test the TRV, stack 2C while landed, it's the same contract, and then test the radial decoupler. So we don't need, all we don't need is this part, and this part. So that'll save us a couple of dollars. Furthermore, we need to make some major changes here. Alright. Let's start by taking this part off. And we'll get rid of this whole section. And we'll try this with there's a bay we have, service bay. So we put the service bay in here, and we open this service bay. Inside the service bay, we put two of these. So, this is interesting. My hope is that the service bay will allow me to decouple this in such a fashion. Or the only other thing I could think of doing would be if this doesn't work, then the only other thing I could think of doing would be putting like 3 of them together and then activating all the shots right next to each other, trying to blow itself all in the same direction, which I don't think would work. Alright. So we want the radial decouplers to is the only other thing we need, and then we can start this. The TK T70 here. Put one of those. So zoom out a little bit. Basically, we're gonna test this first, and then this next, and then we're going to fire these. Excuse me. And then we're going to fire these. And hopefully that should all work. The vessel containment parts which are not available at the moment. Stack TRC. What? Why can't I use stackers? Why can't I use those? Go look at the contracts. See if there's a reason why it says I can't use these. No, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to use them. Let's try. What is going on? It must have something to do with this, right? Try it. This doesn't make sense. Oh well. Something is saying I can't use that right now. I don't know why. Get these contracts out there. Still trying to get that polar orbit. Still trying to get the, let's see, the liquid fuel engine swivel. Swivel? I don't have a swivel, do I? It's the poodle. I've forgotten this part. So I need to go back. Might as well put a swivel engine here at the well landed. Swivel here. Let's give it some fuel. Now I want might actually be a valid construction of a ship. A little engine in the middle to come on, where's the swivel? To control our direction a little bit better. And again, this is a satellite ship, so we're not risking any Kerbals. So let's see, check this. Scroll that down. Space that. That's one quest. The next one is the swivel. Start here. Now, I don't think I'll put a decoupler on this. So the poodle test the stack decoupler. Yeah, that was one we don't have at the moment. The poodle is the one we want to activate. It didn't activate, we went too fast, I think. So, like here we are. We're too high, again, for the poodle. Now I could certainly, let's see. Fill up those tanks with that. And we're gonna try and break off the it's time to start trying to get to a nice orbit. And we're gonna do this. Construct the next part. I guess I shouldn't have activated the poodle. Maybe lock the gimbal. Maybe I can convince it to overheat by locking the gimbal. We are looking towards a northern-ish orbit. Towards this. We're going to try and follow this pink line, this pink triangle. Man. This might work better if I didn't unlock the gimbal. Yeah, unlocking the gimbal means I can't direct it. We're almost out of fuel. Where will that have gotten us? Not really anywhere. The swivel's not an efficient enough ship. And then it's attempting to twist. It is twisting. Should we... But we are out of fuel. Boy, is that a different thing. Let's revert that flight to the assembly. All of that because I forgot to put a stack supplier on here. Let's see. And all the fuel, if it wasn't apparent, was coming through this, through the engine, to this, and powering the engine, which is definitely not how I wanted it to work. Try it again. That's one down. That's... let's see. I'm going to tell it not to take any fuel out of this right here. Holding the Alt button. No, actually you could have just right clicked it. So that would have worked too. So we're going to start now with this as is. Now, I'm just going to get all this thrust. As soon as this is here, we're going to decouple that. And we are now just looking at the poodle. As soon as the poodle reaches the speeds and reaches this, we're going to have to turn this back on so we make sure it actually goes into the engine. I'm not sure if it would or wouldn't. Once we get to altitude, the poodle begins. We got it. And now we decouple it. And now we are towards our goal. Just that. Just straight up vertical alignment. I hope this works. We are trying to get into this orbit. This orbit is going to be at least 80,000 right now. And I don't know, should I be targeting this or should I be targeting the pink? I have no idea. I think it's best we just go north and we'll adjust it towards the blue later. We're hearing the sounds of things making noise, but mostly it just sounds like sounds. And it only happens in this section, so I don't know if that's just the game letting me know that so if we can get a stable orbit, which I don't see a reason why we wouldn't be able to at this point, I may come up to an intersection at this point and or down here at this point and try and rotate the orbit that way. But rotating an orbit is rather difficult. This thing is just ever so slightly growing wider and wider. But I think we're being efficient with the fuel too. At least as efficient as we want. We started burning pretty early. We're in the vacuum of space now. Just make slight adjustments. See, and there's no real way to look at the nav ball without adjusting where you are. So even trying to find the blue dot, if that's what we really should be targeting, how? How do I find it? This is getting lower now. We're about to hit the point where we are in a stable orbit. Watch it from this perspective. Here we go. High enough. So, if I stop right here and start, we have this much fuel. It'd be a good time to quick save, even though I never use quick save. And I'm just gonna bring up the engine a little bit and try and find the blue. We have the red here. What is that doing? Is that oblonging it? Let's see. What's the blue doing? So we're pointing towards the blue. What will that do? I think the blue is about the worst direction you could actually be looking. Pointing yourself. It is shifting it really, really strangely. But I think the blue is the right direction. I think it is what we should be pointing at. Of course, I'm gonna need more fuel than I have. I'm also noticing if you want to crash your ship into your planet, aiming for the blue is a pretty good way to do that too. Yeah, I'm about to run out of fuel. Yeah. So it made it go a very sharp up and down, which would have gotten me up to that point, but I think going for the yellow would have been the smarter way. And I've forgotten the names of all these, sorry if I'm just calling them colors. But yeah, prograde is the yellow, I know, and retrograde is the opposite yellow. Now which of the symbols means prograde and which of the symbols means retrograde might be a bit of a question in my head. But Yeah, it doesn't look like the blue is the right way to do it. Let's go back and now, with the last bit of our stuff, if I had any fuel left and this was burning and then I used the stack separator, I could potentially try and get things back. But let's not deal with that thought. So, in theory, shooting that off and then burning forward might get us together. But this is the part that I'm really trying to see. No, it's still too connected. So, quick load. Alright. What are we trying to do here? We're in the orbit. We're gonna go retrograde for the full speed. How much with the fuel we took could we have really gotten? That's too much. That's far too much. Stay in the red this time. Red is twisting things. This actually looks like it's slowing me down too. Strange, these circles. It's staying within that target. I mean, it looks like this thing is getting smaller, but I don't know. And that's the last of that fuel, too, so that wouldn't work either. So, reload. Alright. So the last bit is the stack separator, which is gonna decouple, and then I can't control it, which means I can't control that piece because it doesn't have anything on it. So I placed it in the wrong place again, so reload. If this works, I'll be amazed. Nope. Wait. This might work. But I don't think it's going to count that as its own ship. I don't think this is going to count as its own ship. If there was a control on it, if I had put the separator in between this one and this one, this would have worked. But this does not qualify as a rendezvous. And we gotta sit here and just kind of watch it now. Can't even fast forward. If this works, I'll be amazed. So, only a couple of these quests really turned out to be successful. We're gonna have to put a lot more fuel, probably double the fuel, if we want to try to get that polar orbit. Instead of going north, maybe we should go south? I mean, that doesn't make any sense either. I just don't know how we're gonna get to that orbit. It's really strange. And then, I think north is the right direction. But then we have to have enough fuel to get into what is basically a 90-degree orbit and that intersects with that orbit and then rotate it again. Which rendezvous, they suck. And then this rendezvous is the most cheatiest of cheatery ways to do this. I mean, maybe I can open this and hope it breaks. But I don't think it will. Yeah, and right-clicking doesn't make the text any bigger. Let's see. Control from here. Rename vessel. Target. Toggle torque. I like this service bay thought. I do. I just wish it was bigger. We could certainly spend some time to use something like that and have a thermometer and the pressure and all of those things in here. But I want the whole thing in there, the service base. Here we are about above the North Pole, which is a place we have not been able to land. Maybe that is worth a try. Let's go ahead and try to make a new airplane and fly next episode. Just keep it interesting. I'll see if the quests will allow that. If we can fly to a couple of locations, then we will get some science. Man, we're just waiting for that fuel. This could be forever. We can't speed it up. Should I end the episode here? I mean, I have no idea. This could be 5 seconds more fuel, or it could be 5 to 10 more minutes of fuel. Because I only had it at the lowest of low speeds. You could sit there forever. And what's it doing? It's probably just ever so smallly increasing the orbit. Yeah, it is. In what direction? In no real direction. Also, we're gonna have some space junk after this. No, we won't. If I end the episode, I'm gonna crash this thing. Or, yeah, might as well. Or we could leave it and abandon it as space junk. Either one, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'll just abandon it. That would be a waste of time to quick load just to crash it. There's no chance that this is going to be. So we're right above the North Pole. This is where we would want to start rotating the thing. So maybe get a stable orbit, wait till you're right above the North Pole, and then use that as a factor to turn 90 degrees. So it might be a whole timing issue on Trying to get a polar orb. Probably is. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. So these are both accelerating. So in theory, they would be two ships. But one's space debris, technically. I wish I could speed up. I wish I had any idea how much fuel was in this thing. Why did I bring so much fuel? SAS is damaged. Okay. How it got damaged, I don't know. Kerbal looks pretty nice. Yep. It's time to end this episode. I will let you know what happened here, if this actually got the quest done or not. But there's no point in making you watch this. It could be another hour of just watching this going on. So, strangely enough, I doubt this will work as the rendezvous attempt anyways, but if it does, I'll let you know. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. And if you want to friend or favorite me, there are links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.